So in my previous video, I talked about how you could take your brows from that to this. And now I'm going to show you how you can take your brows from this to this. So let's get into it. Now, the materials you need are pretty similar to the ones that we used in the last video. So we just added some things and took out some things. So the first material we'll need that wasn't in the last video is your eyebrow pencil. This is the most important thing because this is literally what you're going to use to fill in your brows. So you need an eyebrow pencil or some type of brow product. It doesn't have to be an eyebrow pencil. It could be a gel brow product, it could be a brow powder, it could be an eye pencil. So you just take your pick. The next product you need are these are staples when it comes to your eyebrow. So you need, as usual, a toothbrush and a spoolie. And then finally, you still need some kind of hair wax, brow gel, whatever it is that you choose. You need something to lay those brow hairs down so that you can see the sparse areas in your brows that you need to fill. Then you need, as usual, a compact mirror. You need a compact mirror. It's one of the most important things. And finally, you need this. You need a setting powder, and I'm going to tell you the reason why you need this. Before anything, the first thing you want to do, as you can see, you don't want to use this type of pencil to fill in your brows. So you want to sharpen your tools. You want to sharpen your brows up and make sure they are as pointy as possible. I always recommend using a new brow pencil, a longer brow pencil, because then you will know how to hold your brow pencil lightly. Because if it's small like this, you might not know, especially as someone that's just starting out in makeup, you might not know how to hold this lightly enough, and you end up holding it here and it becomes too thick. So you need something that is a little bit longer. But if this is what you have, then at least you can hold it at the top here to fill in your brows so that it doesn't get too thick. Now we have sharpened our brows. The next thing we're going to do is laying our brow hairs down. I just carved my brows, which is something you want to do. Let me just tell you the secret. If you want your brow routine to be so seamless and easy for you, what you should do is just carve your brows. Honestly, just carve your brows. I think I've said this in one of my other videos. You need to carve your brows. It's going to be 5 times faster for you to fill them in. So now you want to take out some of your brow gel. Instead of using the spoolie and going directly in, scoop it out from your pan and place it at the back of your hand this way, so that you can use as much as you want or as little as you want and just go back in whenever you want. And make sure you've coated all your brow hairs evenly. That is why I recommend a spoolie for this. As you raise them up, you want to lay them down as well. So you want to go diagonally, so like this. Now that we have our brow hairs down, the step I'm about to show you is an optional step, and we do this step if, just like this hair wax, your brow gel or hair wax makes your brows oilier than they already are, because you don't want to start drawing on oily brows. Your pencil will not be able to glide through perfectly and it will just turn out terrible. So what you want to do is to set those brow hairs in place with a setting powder. As usual, this is the Classic Makeup USA Banana Pro setting powder. So you want to take some of this with your powder puff as well, this way. You could also use a brush for this, anyone that you prefer. So you want to take out some powder this way and then press lightly. You're just trying to set that and take off any excess oil. So you want to press that in place. and now you look like this. And I know it's scary, but trust me, if you're using something as oily as a hair wax, or if your brow gel is oily, you really really want to set that down. Even though it might turn out like this, you want to set that down before going in with your brow pencil. So what you can do to minimize this look right now is to go in with your powder brush. You can go in with your powder brush, you can go in with your concealer brush, anyone that is more comfortable for you. You just go in and feather out those areas and lightly go over the top as well. Lightly, you don't want to disturb or remove what you have done already. I'm going to use this brush to demonstrate it on this side as well. So you want to lightly go over the areas. You just have to be more careful when using this big powder brush because it is not as precise as the concealer brush. And then go over the top just like I am doing. And it has made my brows to become a bit lighter than it usually is. But at the same time, as you can see, my brows are very dry and they are still in place. So I can still see the sparse areas that I need to fill up. So now I'm going to take my sharpened pencil and take a compact mirror, and I'm going to hold my compact mirror this way, and I'm going to hold my pencil almost at the tip. I recommend starting out at the tail end towards the arc area. So you want to get your arc right first. Map out that arc. Before we move further, I want to say something. Please practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes improvement. Practice is going to get you to where you want to go. It's not going to be a one-time thing and then you just master it. Brows and liners are one of the things that you cannot overthink because they both smell fear. So when you're scared, I'm sorry, I can't talk while doing my brows. I have to concentrate. But when you're scared of doing your brows, you tend to notice that you're just going to end up fumbling. When you're scared, when you're in a hurry to do them, you want to take your time and get them done. So now you want to go in light strokes. The key is light feathery strokes because you want those short lines to keep elongating into long lines, and that is why you need a compact mirror to be able to see those areas properly and fill them in. Now as you go, you want to draw short lines towards the front of your brows. You have filled in the tail end of your brow successfully, and it might not be perfect, but we're going to clean it up later, don't forget. So now we want to start to elongate the lines to have that baseline at the end of our brows. And you can literally look up to your bigger mirror to see a larger scale of what you're doing. And now you have gotten to the front. You don't want to leave the front this way. You are going in short strokes in the middle towards the arc and tail end of the brow. Now you're going to go in even shorter strokes towards the beginning because you want it to look feathered out. You don't want that boxy brow effect. And I'm just going to use the side of my brush to feather that of the side of my eyebrow pencil to feather that out into my brows. Now you want to take your spoolie and you want to brush through gently to the front, and that is going to feather it out even more through the brows as well. Lightly. You want to be light-handed. You don't want to mess up what you've done, because if you're too heavy-handed, you can disturb the product. So you want to be as light-handed as possible. Even though they are in place, you still want to be light-handed. And that is it. One down, one to go. I'm just going to let you guys follow me through this one to the end and just watch what I'm doing. And that is why your brow pencils are not that expensive, because this is what happens. You have to sharpen. Make sure you have a very sharp brow pencil so that you can get those hair-like strokes. And now we are done with drawing our brows. You'd want to clean them up, and you'd want to use a concealer for this. So I use my regular concealer from Adventure Makeup, and I just go in these areas around it. I mean, under the brows. I do not do anything to the top of my brows. I just go right here at a distance away from my actual brows, and I put one dot at the arc, and I put one dot right here. And now you want to use a flat concealer brush. So there are two types of concealer brushes. We have the flat concealer brush and we have the concealer blending brush. So you want to use a flat concealer brush for this, and you want to take that product up with the flat side of the brush and start to just brush it upwards. When you get to the bottom of the brows, you start to extend it. As usual, be light-handed. Hold either the middle. I wouldn't say the tip because it's not going to give you balance enough. So I'd say the middle, around this area. You want to hold that and just brush through. And as you go in, you want to start to use the edge of your brush. You really want to hold the mirror up close so you can see what you're doing, because that is very important. And then you want to blend that around the brows. Yeah, it's cleaned up, all cleaned up, so you can see the difference between this brow and this brow. I'm going to take my concealer blending brush and I'm just going to go over, lightly press that in place just to get the brush to suck up the product. And as you can see, it's a bit better now. And then blend out the edges of the concealer around. And there you go. So this is the final look, and I was able to achieve this because I carved my brows first. Like I said at the beginning of this video, or somewhere in between the video, I carved my brows first. So you need to carve your brows in some type of way, either by waxing, threading, or just using a razor. And in this video I show you how to totally achieve that by using a razor to be able to get these sleek, cute brows. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so that you can receive more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.